21 days, we leave 2013 behind, so we want to really take ourselves to the 1st of January. We're going to go round now, we're going to get our predictions, and then we can start the conversation.
I would predict, alas, that despite what I hope will be sustained economic growth during 2014, people at the end of 2014 will continue to be worse off than they were in 2010.
My children are getting to that age now. What faces them? Massive debt, a job that probably won't pay anything, and they're very unlikely to be able to buy a house. So that is the world we've created. So political parties need to do some thinking about that.
Next year, we're going to see more internet abuse, particularly trolling and so forth has become epidemic proportions. I'm really not sure we know how to get a handle on that.
Next year is going to be the year that this concern for internet privacy in particular takes off all over the world. I'm concerned about ordinary people being turned from citizens into suspects.
I think we're going to see a great digital settle down. It's going to be more about media companies and advertising spend, probably migrating a little bit away from digital. We will see a lot of companies sort of actually moving out of iPads, etc. next year. That's going to sort of ramp down. I said, you know, a lot of tablets are really great as canapé servers.
How is the media landscape going to be shaped over the next 10 years? I'll just be honest and say I have absolutely no answer.
The change is continuing in terms of newspaper readership. Struck by that when a colleague in the lobby, a political journalist, said to me, he said, "I feel like a miner must have felt in Britain in 1981. However good I am at my craft, my industry is disintegrating beneath me." So I do think the challenge of how do you monetize quality journalism is still as profound this year as it was last year.
The more information, the more sources of news, you want your trusted brand. So all this kind of citizens journalism stuff is great. We can all blog and tweet to our heart's content, but sometimes you want the surgeon to do the tracheotomy and not my mate with the first aid kit.
There's this huge focus on, you know, how does sort of media sort of talk to a young generation. We're ignoring people who have a significant amount of cash to deploy. I think there's room in terms of adjacency on newsstand to really go, you know, 45, 55, 65 plus, but in a really considered, mature way.
I'll predict that Scotland will stay part of the United Kingdom in 2014. Scotland doesn't actually want to vote for independence.
One of the most interesting questions in politics is what is George Osborne going to do about Boris? The three of them with Cameron are quite good friends, but it's a very strange mixture of kind of friendship, Roman style, kind of vicious rivalry, competitiveness.
That must be terrible having a government like that. If you want to understand the fierce antipathy that even I pick up, never mind the conversation Tom has with Tory MPs, towards David Cameron, it's because at root too many of them see him as a loser and not a winner. And actually, I think a lot of them see Boris as a winner.
The airport debate as well. People really going to want to get on a train for an hour to venture out, you know, basically get on a plane in France. And
I'm going to throw in one final prediction, which is more of a hope than a prediction, which is that Hollywood stops making so many really blockbuster movies and starts making a few things that are more interesting. Then we'd all have a little bit more to watch on a Friday night.
Thank them all to the panel very much.